Introducing first in the blue corner with a record of 3 wins and 3 defeats. Weighing in at 70 kilograms, representing Kraken MMA, Alfie and his opponent in the red corner with a record of 4 wins and 4 defeats. Weighing in at 70 kilograms, representing Intensity MMA, Callum. Your referee in charge of the action, Jamie Alderson.
All right, blue corner with the black and green, or black and yellow trim, I guess we say there, for Alfie, greener, Callum Deakin. Opposite him there, red corner, black and red shorts for these two men. 2 veteran amateurs meeting here tonight for a place on the English team, Steve.
Yeah, absolutely. 14 fights between them. That's a huge amount of experience in the cage here.
Oh, what a head kick! Well recovered from Callum, and that came up quick. Lovely right leg off the jab from Alfie, and he sent the right hand after it. Callum thinking about trying to grapple. Maybe he should after that, Steve.
Well, Callum came straight back at it. The head kick didn't faze him too much. It landed hard, but let's remember, we got these shin pads on for the fighter's safety.
Of course, that head kick coming up from orthodox to the southpaw fighter, you know, that leaves a big window for that, Steve. And, oh, they're exchanging here in the pocket.
Yeah, you do have to be careful when you're the southpaw fighter. It's my favourite thing to do in the orthodox position.
Hey.
But Callum Deakin gets the takedown here, lands in half guard.
Yeah, immediately Alfie trying to pop up, good hips, and finds full guard instead, but active straight away, and I thought he was literally going to roll him back over his head there. He got so high with his hips there from the full guard, throwing up the right leg, trying to find a home for this triangle. The beginnings of a setup, but looks like he's going to pass unless he chases the omoplata here, Steve, perhaps.
Yeah, Alfie Deakin forcing that position there. I don't think he wasn't looking to transition into the omoplata there, but he was forced to go to it.
Alfie now chaining this into a single leg takedown attempt against the cage. Callum, though, he's got that head wrapped, and this is pretty dangerous to try and commit to this takedown, right, Steve?
Yeah, I think he was looking for that rear naked choke grip with the guillotine there. Alfie doing a good job to move and get his head high for the takedown again.
Yeah, keeping it nice and high now under the chin of Deakin. Lots of pressure, got a long base. Lovely job. Simultaneously pulled the leg out, tapped the back foot, gets the trip. But now a guillotine commitment once again from Deakin. Throwing the leg over, Steve.
Looks like it's going to... Oh, no,
it's under the neck.
Deep under the chin here.
He's got the legs together now. Oh, pops his head out. There's greener. Well done. And that's the benefit of having that shaved head, isn't it?
Absolutely. It helps, but it's definitely got the crowd going, that transition there.
Yeah, Greener had to deal with a lot already in terms of the ground fit from Deakin, and already he's being attacked with an armbar here. So much activity, and that just speaks to all of this grappling experience that Deakin's got doing martial arts from a very, very young age. You know, gold at no-gi role models, man. This is not a guy you want to tangle with in the BJJ sense, but Greener giving him all he can handle, stacking now, making it uncomfortable, trying to land some shots.
Yeah, Greener using his hips really well in this position here. Callum Deakin's doing some great, using his hips really well to throw up those arm bars there. Almost
caught a sweep there as well, extending from his back. And again, keeping those hips nice and high, threatening with the up kicks. Deakin looking to play jiu-jitsu off his back here right now. 23 seconds left in the round, Steve. At amateur, when are you going to encourage a fighter like Deakin to maybe work back to the feet or try and come on top?
Yeah, again, you don't want to be down there too long. Like, if you know those grappling exchanges aren't working for you and they're being closed down, you've got to change your game plan.
Oh, shots here from the top. And still the submissions attempts from Deakin. I mean, this is something Greener needs to think about going into the next round. But I want to ask you, Steve, in terms of scoring a round like that, you know, Greener got the takedown, was on top, didn't land a massive amount of ground and pound. Deakin had about 3 or 4 sub attempts there. Not all super close, but still. Who did the judges lean towards?
Yeah, no, that's a tight one, actually. So for me, Greener was definitely, he was in more control. He gave a lot of pressure. He forced more of the positions. Callum Deakin was defending a lot, but doing a great job. Like you said, he was throwing up those triangles, trying to hit those arm bars, and he was doing a great job of it.
Yeah, I mean, it looks to me, he's got great ability to get those legs up really high, you know, sit on the back of his top back and arch those legs up high, which is what you need to do to get those submissions up there, right, Steve?
Yeah, absolutely. You've got to throw, for triangles and arm bars, you've got to get your hips up high quickly. In MMA, you can get punched in the face, right? This isn't just jiu-jitsu, so if you're not making those transitions quickly, you're going to eat a few shots, like Callum Deakin did. Alfie Green's done a great job of dropping his hips in and throwing those downward shots.
All right, about to get things started for the second round here. Let's look out for the head kick on the side of the blue corner. Greener here, who fired that lovely right high kick up against the southpaw Deakin. After that, he didn't get hit with it. We saw a lot of grappling exchanges, but we're going to start this one on the feet. And here we go for round 2. Exchanging already, trying to lead with that jab. Oh, caught the kick. Doesn't finish the takedown here, but Greener, man, he's a big guy for this weight class as well.
Yeah, he's really tall, and you can see he's very comfortable in those standing exchanges.
He's all legs as well, Greener. I mean, he's got some really long legs. They're starting halfway up his body as well. Of course, it is Alfie Greener in the blue corner here, applying the pressure. Callum Deakin in the red, trying to stop this pressure from these takedowns, but again, by attacking these submissions. And they do say, Steve, threatening the neck is a good way to prevent those takedown attempts.
Yeah, again, Alfie Green is doing a good job. Like, he's the taller fighter, so he's doing a good job of like keeping his chin under Callum Deakin's chin to keep the pressure. He's got the takedown here.
Another great takedown, and those long legs of Greener, it's very John Jones-like, right? It gives you a lot of leverage and distance to wrap those hands around the back, and he's done it several times.
Yeah, when you're forcing that pressure against someone against the cage, having that angle with your legs and driving your head into their jawline, it's a very uncomfortable position to be in.
Yeah, and it looks like down on Deakin's face, he's making a bit of a gesture there, looking a little uncomfortable, pressing up against the fence, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, does hurt. You know, the cage is not nice to be pushed up against, to get cheese grated against it.
Yeah,
and the pressure from Greener, he's so heavy.
Yeah, I think he's definitely avoiding these grappling exchanges better now. He doesn't want to be in these positions, in these quarter guard, close guard positions, because this is where Callum Deakin uses his hips really well. If Alfie Greener kind of keeps Deakin's neck against the cage, you can't use your hips as well.
Yeah,
you can't pivot, you can't get the angles.
And it's all about angles when working off your back. And Greener knows it, and yeah, very Tito Ortiz style, you know, trap the head against the fence, beat him up. Would you perhaps like to see maybe a bit more ground and pound, though, from Greener here, Steve?
Not from this position, because this is where he gets himself in trouble. If he steps over into half guard like he's trying to, Callum Deakin doing a good job of stopping him, kind of scissoring his legs into like a Z guard position. But again, look, he's close to those arm bars and triangles here.
Yeah, the hips of Deakin are so hard to control. He really gets them up there. Looks like he's past an arm, though, not necessarily past the guard. Deakin showing off the flexibility. Look at that.
Again, into those triangle positions. He's capturing the head and the shoulders here.
He's got good purchase there as well. He might even just wrap and use this to sweep. If he's got that power in his hips, he can just elevate and maybe force a change of position. But Greener now defending fully that armbar, locking on.
Deakin's got an arm here if he can get his hips up.
Just hammering away at the head right now, trying to find a moment to break apart the grip of Greener and fully extend his man, locking that armbar. Greener trying to stack as much as he can. The 10-second clapper has gone off. Just got to give him a bit of confidence, knowing he's nearly out. And there we go, it breaks away. End of the second round, I think, here, Steve. Another close round, another kind of a similar situation. Greener on top, control him. Maybe not doing the most ground and pound, but the submission's coming up from Deakin.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't like to score this one because both guys are doing so well in the retrospective positions. Greener doing a good job of dropping the ground and pound. I'd like to see him step over into half guard because that's where you're going to really land some damage. He's got long arms, so where he's sitting in the guard, Deakin's doing a great job of trapping an arm, throwing his hips up, getting that triangle position and transitioning to the armbar.
Yeah, and Greener's just shown great submission defense at the same time, especially for a long guy. I'm a bit of a long guy. My arms easily get caught in those positions. You've got to be careful if you've got a frame like that. And he's pulling out and doing a good job staying heavy when he needs to as well, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He's doing a great job defending. It's hard in these MMA gloves in general, but definitely these amateur gloves. Like, you can get a lot of purchase if you just pin the glove to your body. It's very hard for the athletes to pull their arm out of the armbar.
With those gloves at play as well. All right. Veteran advice there from Steve O'Keefe cage side. As we go to our third and final round here between these two guys, we'll be having a 5-minute break after this contest, everybody. Alfie Greener here, blue corner, Callum Deakin, red corner. Both guys, similar experience here. 16 fights between them as amateurs, and there's been a great contest so far. Long right hand gets slipped to the outside. Now chains into running the pipe with a single leg, runs him to the fence, tries to finish and drags him down to the mat, but still a base on Alfie Greener, who gets back to the feet, trying to dig an underhook, rotates position.
Yeah, Greener doing a great job there, getting back up to his feet. He doesn't want to be on his back here with someone like Callum Deakin. He got up to his feet straight away with no hesitation.
Good head pressure again. You talked about that earlier. Staying tight.
Yeah, look at the angle of Greener here. Like, he really sets his legs far back, so he's pushing into his jawline.
keeping his man pinned against the fence. Double underhooks now for Greener as well. Thinks about the level change.
Greener would do well here to get his left leg in between the legs here and kind of get his hip to hip.
He's been successful on the double legs so far against the fence. Almost looks like Deakin's now trying to hoist him up a bit. Throws a knee to the body.
He's got his hands together.
Yeah. And
Deakin doing a great job with that underhook there.
Oh, look at that. Turning position with it, you're right. And is he going to lock his hands and finish a double leg? Going to switch to the single here. Bringing that right knee across is Greener. Good takedown defense against the cage, but it's not going to be enough. Already, though, stuff in the head, trying to move straight away. Puts his right hand down, right knee to the mat. And he's going to make his way up, and oh, he falls off there, Steve.
Yeah, he had an opportunity to get back to his feet there, and I think he just didn't get his legs underneath him quick enough.
Perhaps a sign of fatigue there as well, maybe?
Yeah, again, these guys, all these amateur fights, everybody's kept the pressure, so you're going to get tired.
Locking up the full guard here. We've seen Deakin be super active, trying to find that angle to fire those hips up, sit off to the outside, shrimp a little, and use the fence as well to fire that leg over. But Alfie at this point, you know, if you're the guy on top trying to defend, where are you putting your body if you're Alfie Greener?
Well, Alfie's doing a great job here using his elbows to stop the hips of Deakin here. He's got his head up against the cage, a great position to be in. He needs the posture now in this position to not get triangled or armbarred.
And this has kind of been the story of this fight so far. Alfie Greener gets top position, unable to do much, but gets attacked with submissions constantly from the back. Deakin not able to find a home for it just yet, but this armbar is hard to see from here, but the legs are in the right position. Depends how deep that left arm is. It looks like the elbow's past those hips, but he's trying to slide it out there, Steve. There we go.
Yeah, he's got it out now, but he's got to be careful of the triangle, but he puts himself back into the position.
That was kind of strange, but he's still good. Perhaps he felt comfortable there. Just trying to clasp his man, rotates to the backside now, hand on the hip. Going to get some shots off, do a bit of damage to score points in this round. Deakin going to walk back to the feet here, though. 10 seconds or more or less, Steve.
Alfie Greener needs to definitely try and win the round here, maybe hit a takedown.
Pressure still on, as it's going to end against the fence here. It looks like in the closing 10 seconds of what has been a very close fight, Steve. Great jiu-jitsu shown from both sides. Takedowns, subs off the back. It ends in a bit of a stalemate, maybe. They need a bit more time, these guys, you know?
Yeah, I really enjoyed that match. You can see these guys, have got experience in the cage, and that definitely showed. 14 fights between them, and my God, it was a phenomenal matchup. Okay, taking a look at some of the action here. Greener doing a great job for most of the match, actually, trying to keep Callum Deakin pinned up against the cage. Looking for the takedowns. He got a few takedowns throughout this match. Callum Deakin doing a great job of getting back to guard and throwing up some submissions. It's going to be a really tough one to pull. See the angle that Alfie Greener makes here, like with his legs, really sets his legs back. Because he's so tall, he sets his legs back, get a lot of purchase to drive Callum Deakin into the cage here.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, we go to the judges' scorecards, who scored about 29-28 Deakin, 29-28 Greener, and 30-27 for your winner by split decision. In the blue corner, Alfie Greener!
All right, I'm here with your winner, Alfie Greener. Fantastic fight, incredibly close. Did you expect that much of a contest going in?
No, I didn't, to be honest. I thought it was going to be a striking clinic, but it's about time that I started working on my grappling and looking to get that top position.
You did get that head kick off early. Did you think you hurt him with that?
Yeah, definitely. I see his eyes go a bit, but it just weren't there. I could still see that he was guarding it. You know, it's that southpaw side of the stance.
Well, you impressed us cage side, I'm sure everyone here, with the submission defense. You're under constant attack. Do you get hit with a lot of subs in the gym? Are you drilling that a lot, or just felt the flow of the fight?
Yeah, because of MMA, we're quite a jiu-jitsu gym at Kraken, so it's normally my top pressure. I've got to deal with them subs off the back all the time, especially with the cage control. You can turn off and get that arm bar, but no, I just kept drilling it, kept getting out, kept on top.
How much would it mean to you to represent England?
It should be me. 100%, put me in there. I'll keep working, you know, I'm there for it.
100%, I agree with you. Congratulations, your winner, everybody.